Are you already finished cooking? Smell...
Faster? Okay, faster.
Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since... Oh, it smells amazing! And the box is a nice touch, too! Let's go serve...
Are you already finished? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn Ale for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so, and everyone at the Academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn Ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was she sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn Ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're... I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Archon at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mystery, which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot get... I am currently in the state sages of... That's why we meditate.
Whoa.
Of course I do. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people...
What's so strange about...
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever...
Huh.
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, the fact that the people of Sumeru... I was born into a family of scholars. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the Academia, and went on. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw back then. I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be.
So, do you have any thoughts about the...
Sorry. World, forget me. If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be...
Now that Hypatia is all right.
My reckoning has come.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly—
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to call—
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Well, I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City.
And, how long—
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that, despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer.
Tainari, but you—
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what?
It's nothing. Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities. But all that can wait. How did things—
It was quite the eventful—
Very good. Now that the Traveler has made a—
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice.
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. Oh, how about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Immorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking— Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but—
Oh? What?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that, needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to
Yes, she's doing much better. She knew you two would be leaving.
Thanks, Tainari.
Farewell, and good...
The rainforest is the best place to live.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey. Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend, not some girl that needs your sympathy. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another. There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough. We're probably Thank you. Oh? It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that- Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those- I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville. Well then.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you, but no need to worry. That won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to... Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities, such as Sumeru City.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle...
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, says this little doodad lets you access knowledge. Maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's give it... May the mighty God bless us with their...
Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing! It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know.
Exactly. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Surasthana. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just... Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea! But what are you going to ask it? Huh. Could it be because we're Outland? You... Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like... Well, he's from Sumeru, and even has a position in the... Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me.
Great! You see, Tainari sent...
What? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most...
Here, this is...
Oh, let me... Seems even Tainari...
We want to...
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what... Sorry, the...
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that?
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the sanctuary of Surasthana or made a...
Huh. Didn't expect...
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Huh, but...
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may... In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never... Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year. Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia, or relations... Hey, come on! This is...
So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone. Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right.
Ad Astra Abyssa.
Catherine, we need your...
Understood.
We want to meet with...
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my...
Aww, another dead end. Well, if...
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, they take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses.
Corps of 30?
Supposedly. They are named as such because their ranks number 30 at their Asphalt. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you're welcome. I wish...
Alright! Off to the Citadel of Razor we go!
Life goes on. Scry the sky.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you...
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you the... Ha! It's true that the Eremites network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access... We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugadavada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her, as far as the people of Sumeru are concerned.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that...
Ha! But who knows?
All right.
No problem. Always...
Seems Osfund was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we...
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon. Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, panicked by what the man in despair...
Okay.
And then, at that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact... Oh, Archon, along your journey, we were in...
Yeah! Dunyarzad.
Of course. I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let...
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! Let's...
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress?
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrist?
Yes, that's her. Did you...
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
That should keep him...
Trust me, just take my word for it.
There you are, Dunyarzad! We thought you might have been lost.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking... Uh-oh. Looks like there are some coming this...
Huh? More of them?
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like...
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for it.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait! Stand down, Dia!
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she'd
Stay out of this. You don't understand this. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be—
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't and every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should— Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for because she saved me. This is my life and my last chance.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home but let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man, since this definitely won't be your last escapade. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't—
Sure! After you—
Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bot.
You
got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself?
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything you told us about Les.
How about our charcoal-baked agelenach cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other custom—
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.